It is June 18th, Saturday, and I wishing you have a happy weekend ahead. Today we have a very useful and common Chinese character, and that is "tu." That the whole sentence would sound like this.
今生丽水欲出昆冈.
This means that the gold is coming from this place, Lishui, and the jade coming from this place, Kungang. Okay. And this topic you know, we come to the meaning first. This sounded "tu," a 5-6. And it means just the opposite of "ru." It's opposite of "in," it's "out." Okay. For example, we something generate "tu han," "tu jia," "tu jian," "tu xian." This is a very, very common character. And it used in I think it's I don't know how many times, maybe hundreds of times every day when the daily conversation in Chinese. Now we go to Google Translate first because this will have very correct translation here.
出
"Tu" in Cantonese is "tut," so it's very different. Okay, and the meaning means coming out, "tu lai," "tu ko," exit, go out, "tu," and having something turn out, and "tu" 发生 put up, put forth. Event happen is the most common. Coming out and go out is the most common usage of this character, but happen, arise, also quite common. Expand, exceed, issue. And the character itself means coming out, but with the combination, because Chinese is basically it's a combination of characters. So coming with combined with "lai," "tu lai," coming with the mouth, "tu ko," then they may have completely different meaning. For example, "tu lai" is the verb, "tu ko" is the noun, and coming with combined with "fa tu" mean issue something, issue something, the documents of the issue. For example, "ji tu," "tu" itself is a character, but you can combine with "ji," "ji tu" mean the expenditure. So it's hard to know the meaning without the other characters. So basically it's a combination. We don't combine with the alphabets like ABC, but we combine with another characters. So it's almost like a chemical compounds combined with elements. That we how to write it basically, and there is an explanation of the Mandarin romanization, so-called pinyin is "tu," and Cantonese is "tut," "tut." Okay, the first sound. And Korean and Vietnamese are quite different also. "Tu"
出砍部三画共五画. 出吃
is from
屋
in
出
to out, okay?
一自里面到外面，与入进相对。例如出门出外，足不出户。二
足不
给付
出户
支付。
出汗
支出入不敷出。三来到，例如出席、出场、出动。四生产、产制，例如出米、出版、出题。五发泄，例如出汗、出气、出疹子。 六，表
I don't
现
need to listen
显
to
露。
all, but
例如
basically the
出
meaning is
头
similar
出
to
名
the
水落石
Google
出。
Translate.
七，
And
超
if you
过
look at
超越。例如出界
to
出
go
现。
out, to come out, to
发
occur, to
发
produce,
生
to go beyond, to
生
rise, to put forth,
例
to
如
happen.
出问题
And
出车祸出
okay,
纰漏。
so they're very
九，脱离离
I
开。
don't know how to stop this now, but
出
we
家
try to close it. And so, in conclusion, it is a simple character, but it's a very, very commonly used character, and it's very useful. And the exact meaning can only know by combining with other characters. And if you consult Google Translate, it basically is a quite correct explanation, although not as classical as the one that I just shown in a Chinese dictionary published in Taiwan by the Taiwanese government. That's how you write it. Actually, there's no fixed rule. If you after written, nobody knows whether you have the correct keystrokes. Normally, I don't write it first. I write it first, and then this like this, and then like this. But if you written like this, it's also no problem. Maybe even better, because once you have written the center part, then you know how to write in the right and the left part in balance. So it's also a good writing start from here. But for me, since I was a little kid, I learned in this way. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I think we have already gone through this one. Again, it's been generate, and there's some common phrase that's quite useful. For example, 出汗 means you have the sweating. 出家 is the monk or nun that who goes to the Buddhist temple and never return home, and so we call it 出家. 出钱 means I'm giving out the money. It's my treat, okay, that I'm going to pay it. 出现 appear, when somebody suddenly appeared at 出现. 出乎意料 is something out of my expectation. It's a surprise. Normally it was something good, surprisingly good, not surprisingly bad. 出气虫 no, that means somebody as a scapegoat, and it doesn't matter. Not a very classical usage. 出席 出堂 means a present to a invited dinner or to somebody some ceremony at 出席. 出计谋 means I made the plan. I'm the planner. I'm the one who suggested the idea. 拿出好成绩看出严重性 that is a kind of verb. No, after the verb, it's an adverb, so-called adverb. Because without this one also, okay, 拿好成绩 拿出 is something more emphasizing the previous verb. So this is only to for somebody who has some basic understanding of Chinese to understand this. Otherwise, if you are not a Chinese and you see this word, this character, basically you know, you can guess the meaning with something coming out. And did how we write it in olden days. Now we have the standard form, but we have also possible to write it. Okay, so the two variations. So now come to the most important part for me is to write it, the cursive, because I'm not a calligrapher. Sometimes I cannot write it too beautifully, but I can basically how we can design the cursive script. Now we become this one. Okay, that's the basic one. For the cursive script, there's several ways. You can do like this, or yeah, I think this is a basic. I don't know, without a dot. Now this is basically a possible way. Yeah, I think this will be okay. So a cursive script is a combination of speed and beauty. We can write it in a very fast way to save time, just like when we take a minute in Chinese, it's like a speed writing, a shorthand. On the other hand, it can be entertaining and write the whole poetry or essay in cursive script, and it can be like a painting, and that is kind of beauty. Oh, that's it for this character today, and hope that I can catch up for the rest of the characters. Otherwise, it may take 1,000 characters. That means 3 years if I do it every day. Otherwise, it will take 10 years. Oh, I don't know. Okay, thank you very much. If somebody happens to listen to this, that it helps you to understand some basic Chinese characters. Otherwise, it's a huge project for me to complete. If I could do it, because in my life, I seldom do something from the beginning to the end. And the English word called perseverance, and it is a huge project that can test my perseverance if I can do it. Okay, thank you.